What up, what up, what up? We're going to go over power versus finesse. Which one you should start with. You got to ask yourself a few questions before we get started. What is the weather? Is it hot or is it cold? Next, is it windy or is it calm? Hot weather usually means power. Cold weather usually means finesse. Unless temps are extreme, whether it be rising temperatures or dropping temperatures, finesse is usually key in these situations, but fish don't have rules, so always be experimenting. You always have to experiment. Just because there are rules to bass fishing, it doesn't mean that the fish always go by them. Windy usually means power. Calm usually means finesse. Again, fish do not have rules, definitely not as much with temperature, so always be experimenting. These are places for new anglers to start. This is not the final say-so of bass fishing. It is always changing. Bass are always different from day to day. Power fishing. Usually, I start with power fishing if it's windy, if the fish are more active, as in they're schooling, or you can see activity on the water, if the water is muddier, if the temperatures are rising, or if the fish are not as pressured. And when we start with finesse, it's usually when it's calm, when it's cold, there's not a lot of fish activity on the water's clear, the temps are dropping, or the fish are pressured. The things that can change these rules at any time are extreme temperatures, temperature changes, how active the fish are, size of the fish, size of the bait, both being varying things that can change the rules. If the fish are small, you might have to go finesse. If the fish are bigger fish that you're fishing for, you can go bigger and you can go to those power baits. If the size of the bait is small, you might have to go finesse. If the size of the bait is as big as your hand, you can play with the power baits more. Okay? Clearing or muddying of water. So if the water is clearing or if it is muddying up, these can change the rules at any time. Or the water levels changing. These are also things that can change the rules. Like I said, the rules are not set in stone. They are just places to start. And if you start with the basics, then you can have an idea of where to go. So that is why we have rules of bass fishing. They're not always set in stone. Every day is a different day. Every lake is a different lake. Every day is a different day. Keep your head in it, stay focused, and you will learn how to bass fish.